Hello everyone and welcome back to FailRace versus Community. We're here for some A-Class front-wheel drive racing, and this first race is going to be at a very wet Road America. I've taken the Ford Focus from last week, brought up to C-Class, or brought up from C-Class I should say, to see how well it fares. It was a struggle last week, more power and not enough grip. So let's see how it fares this week as we head down into turn 1. Liam's had a low straight line speed. We've made up a couple of positions off the start as well. But we've got a good run out of turn 1 looking to the inside of Liam for P13 as we head down into turn 2, or I think it's actually turn 3. Again, backed up by the Renault Megane in front. We know Liam has low straight line speed. We've got a slow car on the left. So we'll get past that car to stay in 13th. You can see quite a gap now in front of us, nearly half a second, so we can be quite aggressive on the brakes, knowing that we're not going to run straight into the back of someone. As the yellow Megane now a little bit wide, we'll cut to the inside of them as we head up over the crest. It's this tricky left-hander. Renault Megane's going to hold it round the outside, gets a good exit. I'll get that position back. We'll maybe try for a bit of a cutback through this fast right-hander. We've got a good exit as we see a classic mini there on the grass. We'll take that position for P12. Trent fired back up the inside of the Megane. Once again, they're going to try and hold it round the outside, which they'll do so, but now we get into the carousel. We're going to try and do the same back to them, although it's a lot longer of a way round through the carousel. Such a long corner here as we have to fight the car rear end, trying to get kick out, but we've got a good run on the outside to carry the momentum and get the position back as we head into the kink. Renault Megane's going to lose another position as they head, or the two Meganes I should say, behind us running side by side through the kink. We've got a car that's ran wide and was slow out of the kink, so we're going to get down to their inside as we head into, I believe, Canada corner. They're looking for a bit of a cutback. They've just got their front bumper alongside, so we'll have to leave them space into this quick left-hander. They slot back into line as we head towards the final corner now. Pack in front just bunching up a little bit as we've sort of held intact with this lead group, which is maybe promising sign so far as we see another mini heading wide onto the grass. But as we head down, start finish straight, the Alpha here has a little straight line speed. They're going to fly past us. We're going to tuck into the slipstream now. Try and make a bit of time, but you can see a lot of straight line speed, full nearly half a second back by the time we get to turn 1. They're a little bit wide though through turn 1. Another couple of cars out really wide, Liam and that other classic mini. As we head down to turn 3, that yellow Megane, as the purple Alpha gets onto the grass, has a half spin. It manages to save it with the front wheel drive. But now as we head down the back straight, this middle straight, towards the end of sector 1, just defending from the yellow Megane. Looks to have a little more straight line speed than us, so we're just going to go defensive. Try and hold on to that place as we come into the twisty middle sector now. And see if we can try and close up to the cars in front. As you can see, classic mini running wide once again. They'll rejoin the track and they'll just pull across in front of us and manage to spin themselves out on our front bumper. Nothing we can do there as they just rejoined. We tried to react on the brakes, but at that point it was already too late. So now we're giving you a little bump in the back, trying to help them on their exit to the cars. Into the carousel, but now we've got the Megane trying to go around the outside of us this time, just like we did to them on the first lap. They'll manage to hold it to the outside, but we'll have the acceleration off the carousel. Manage to pull back in front for the kink. As we now head down the back straight, they're in our slipstream. Into the braking zone once again. You can see our car seems to be struggling for grip and power. As you can see, that Megane closing up on the exit. But yeah, we seem to be struggling for grip and power, and thus of course pace. We do have a bit of low end acceleration though. That seems to be helping us along. But as we come on to the start-finish straight once more, we go a little bit defensive, but Megane in the slipstream closes up, pulls to the inside. We'll look to our right-hand side, but we'll be brave on the brakes. Get back in front, little wide of the apex though. Megane's got a good run through the corners, going to be challenging back to our inside as we head down to turn 3. But once again, confident on the brakes, we'll hold the position for now. But they'll get another great slipstreaming opportunity now as we head down the straight. We're just a little too far back to get any slipstream from Ewan. But you can see we do have a little more straight line speed than Ewan. Going defensive, forcing the Megane to the outside. Once again, trying to be brave on the brakes. This time, just get a bit of understeer. Car doesn't want to turn in to the left-hander. Megane cuts back under us and manages to take P9 away from us. As we head into this left-hander, you can see Megane now showing what grip it does have. So we'll cut forward to the end of lap 3, starting lap 4. So now look behind us in the replay cameras, you can see the other Megane, the KFC Megane, closing in with the slipstreams. We head to turn 1. Again, bit of understeer. Running a little bit wide, that Megane has. The grip cuts back to the inside. And we'll race each other into turn 3. We'll hold the outside. Not let out without a fight. But the Megane, we managed to hold it side by side. It's neck and neck as we have a drag race now down the straight. Seems like we do have that low end acceleration to initially pull alongside, but Megane's just pulling back a little bit. It's neck and neck as we head down here. Who's braver on the brakes? It's very equally matched. The Megane tries to slot back into line, goes for a cutback, but we hold tight to cover it off. But it's only a matter of time before the Megane will come back to fight again. It also has pace. You can see we've dropped quite a bit back off the fight. So now we have a 2.5 second gap ahead. But the Megane's got a good run through the quick right-hander here. We're having to defend. Megane's going to the outside. They're there on the brakes. And they turn in, just leaving enough room for us on the apex. We try and get the bar exit. Have the acceleration, but we're forced to go round the long way through the carousel. We could maybe have snuck back in front of them, but wanted to play it safe. Left them the space and are pulling ahead through the carousel, but looks like they had to back out the throttle just to make sure they left us space. We were still side by side. That allows us to pull back in front as we head through the kink now. Now down the back straight. We should have enough of a gap to not be challenged into Canada corner. But once again, not too long before we get to the start-finish straight. We know how quick they were last lap. Now they're even closer this lap. But we will make sure we're as quick as we can be through the final couple of corners, though it doesn't look like we'll be able to do much. So back onto the start-finish straight. It'll be to start the final lap this time. You can see how close that Megane is in the slipstream, already pulling out to be alongside. You can see a good battle up front in the replay cameras. But now we tuck back into the slipstream. We know we were very evenly matched last time. You can see just as we get to the braking zone, we start closing back in. Ultimately, it's too late. Let's get into the braking for turn 1. The Megane was a little late on the brakes, but manages to hold position as we head through turn 3 now. Both of us, we pull for a late apex. Megane's a little wide for the apex, but now we're in the slipstream. Maybe we'll be able to mount a challenge, try and reclaim a top 10 position. You can see we're gaining now. The Megane holds hard to the inside white line, forcing us to the outside. It'll be who's later on the brakes. We're going to try and hold it round the outside this time, but we're just a little deep. Don't have the grip to quite hold it around the outside, so we'll have to give up that position. Megane's a little deep into the next left-hander, but has a good drive out of the corner. and we'll be holding on to that position as we pull into the slipstream. We know if we can get a good run in the slipstream, so maybe we can get a run out of the kink. It's just by staying close enough, maybe to try and get an opportunity through the carousel now. Oh, important corner, oh, stay close enough, falling back a little bit, half a second now. Looks like we might just be too far back now to make any move. So we'll cut to the final corner. As you can see, a car's ran out wide. It's the blue car of Glisker. Ran wide, thrown away a good handful of positions, but if we look in our mirror, you can see that purple Alpha's just got close enough and has, with their acceleration, their straight line speed, they just pull in front of us to reclaim, to take P10 from us. So nearly a free position there at the end with Glisker running wide, but get taken back, right back from us. We finished P11, up 5 positions. So not too bad of a race, but can see more struggles in our focus, just lacking grip and acceleration to up speed. Just, you know, weak all around on the lap time, so we are a few seconds off the quickest laps as well. But we'll head into the second race. Maybe we can do a little bit better here at Mugello. We're still starting a little bit far back, P12 this time, so a little further up, but still sort of 2/3 down the pack. It's an alright start once again. Not quite as good as last time. We're having to defend from faster cars behind as we get swarmed into T1. Cars are on our inside, cars on our outside. But we get cleanly through, making up a couple of positions from cars running out a little bit wide. We try and sneak to the inside of Chris, but not able to get far enough alongside. Once again, Chris going for another really grippy car this week. It struggles for straight line speed, but as we've got Car Guy trying to go around the outside of this little chicane. Has the inside for the second part, but we're holding it side by side now into the long, fast, sweeping corners that make up the back end of this track. We're trying to fight, but we just don't have the grip. Trying to avoid spinning Car Guy, but in doing so, sliding around, Alex manages to find his way through up into P10. As we head through these corners, just managing to hold in front of that purple Alpha that got us on the run to the line last race. As we follow the train through this middle sector, now into the final sector, I should say. We'll see if we can maybe get back at Alex. He did finish up in that lead pack of the first race. You can see Car Guy running really wide, giving up the spot to Alex. We'll maybe see if we can sneak through, but we weren't quite close enough, quite the cut of the chicane as we head up towards the final corner now. But Car Guy just getting a little sideways on that curb, nearly into the back of the Hyundai up front. So we'll get that position back on Car Guy, but as we come down start finish straight, you can see Car Guy lost straight line speed there from them. So we'll lose that position almost instantly. That purple Alpha now, we know it's straight line speed from last race. It's starting to close up as we look in front. It's nearly 4 abreast as they head into turn 1. Car Guy on the inside runs wide, and Chris and the Hyundai go for a cutback. Alex gets spun back into the pack, ends up collecting us and gets hit into the tire wall, unfortunately. But Car Guy's trying to come back at us, losing that position, going wide into turn 1. Has managed to pull ahead. We'll see if we can fight back into this left-hander, but a little bit of a throw to the inside. Don't have the grip to pull it off. As you can see, that Alpha behind us, waiting for the next straight, I suppose, to try and get back at us as we follow Car Guy through. Looks like we might have a little more grip though. Just a bit of instability. The rear end for the car just sliding out, having to use the throttle and the front wheel drive to straighten the car up, and that's going to allow the Alpha to get through, as well as Aaron's going to get to our inside. We get good drive out of the corner, but just nowhere to go, stuck behind the Alpha. We'll try and hold it around the outside of the first part of the chicane. Gives us the infights for the second part. Aaron holds us tight to the inside in his Honda, and we'll get the position. We go defensive now from the Hyundai that's trying to make up positions after that turn 1 instant. Sneaks down our inside. We don't have the grip for any comeback. We do have the acceleration though, so we try into the chicane. Ultimately, don't have the grip to make it work. As we come towards the final corner now, just knowing that, just wondering what cars are going to pass us down this straight. So we've got a purple Nissan behind, or a pink Nissan behind us, I should say. A little bit of slipstream maybe from the Hyundai in front. As we see this Nissan, a lot of straight line speed. That yellow Megane's behind us again now from the first race. But they're not going to be close enough to get alongside into turn 1 now. Thinking about if we can get a move back on this Nissan. We're going to go to the inside of turn 2. Throw it down the inside with our good low-end acceleration. Nissan's going to have the inside for turn 3, but we're going to hold it around the outside. Will give us the inside for the next left-hander, but as you can see in the replay, the Megane's managed to undercut, make it 3 wide on the exit. We managed to pull in front out through turns 4 and 5. Nissan and the Megane will be left to fight side by side, but as we come to the end of lap 3 down this long start finish straight once again, there's straight line speed. The Megane pulls to the left hand side, Nissan to the right hand side. They'll be side by side into turn 1 on the brakes, so we'll pull to the outside of the Nissan, fighting to the long way round turn 1. A little bit of a wobble, but we're still a little bit ahead. Nissan's going to try and fight back on the outside, but it's going to be very pinch tight to the inside of turn 3. Allow us to hold on to P13 as we cut forward a little later into the lap. Rear end stepping out massively once again. That's going to allow Alex back through, who's recovering after that lap 2 incident, and recovering quite quickly, I might add. So we'll cut quickly now to start of the final lap. The Nissan's gonna look to the inside again. It's in this fight for P14. Are nearly gonna pull in front, but we're just gonna fight them, hold it to their inside. Once again, pull in front with our acceleration down towards turn 2, and they're gonna have to slot back in line as they head through turns 2 and 3. Not able to get that turn 1 pass sorted out, so we're gonna cut now to the end of the final lap, and we're going to have to settle for P14. Pulled a bit of a gap in the end ahead of the Nissan, but once again struggling for straight line speed and grips. You can see a few seconds off the fastest laps once more. So yeah, more struggles in our focus. Think I'm going to ditch this car for future weeks, but yeah, that's going to be it for this week. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.